Okay, so I watched the movie. As I suspected from the few photos that I had beforehand, the William guy definitely played his part with just a few alfalfa sprouts on top of his head. Now, full disclosure, it was a bit distracting because I do think that he was wearing like a skin cap on his head. They've done a great job with the makeup, so don't get me wrong. It looked like it could have been real, but I can tell that, from the shape of his head that was a pretty okay makeup job. Okay. So that's William. But I tell you, this guy, he's a good actor because being as smug as William takes a lot of effort. It takes a lot of energy. So much energy that your hair just falls out by the follicles. And so using the amount of energy that he was able to conjure up to play William, I say good for him. Even though William makes me want to puke, this guy was a really good actor. As far as the Kate, no way that was Kate Middleton. No way. Because if that was really Kate Middleton, you wouldn't understand the dialogue. You'd have to say, what? What you say? What was that? Can you speak up? There's no way that was Kate. Kate needs she needs subtitles to follow her wherever she goes, because you could never understand her. And so, nice try with the Kate, but next time you're going to bring Kate. Don't bring a person. Bring a Stepford wife. Bring the mannequin. That's Kate. Okay, so I'm done with the Cambridges. Next let's do the Cambridges aide. The woman who was supposed to be the close aide to the Cambridges, no doubt the nastiness of it and the brutality was spot on. Yes, I could see that, because if you take a good look at the Mormon Tabernacle Choir of staff members, save for one who, they bring in last minute and, they have them stand by the door so they can get rid of them before they start using epitaphs all over the place. Well, I'm just saying, that guy, aside from him, you could probably say that any of them in that group was capable of being the aide that was used as, I guess, a culmination of people that worked for the Cambridges. The only thing is, she was a little too old for the part, because these are kids over at the Kensington Palace. The Kensington crew, the choir, that is all kids as far as I'm concerned. Even if they're older, because of their behavior, those are kids to me. Okay? And so as for the Sussexes, I would say that they did an okay job with the acting. Harry's character seemed to respond to everything with this. I felt like I was watching All My Children or some other soap opera, the way he would pause dramatically and then he'll say, what's happening? I felt too much like the energy was giving me Days of Our Lives. And of course, it is Lifetime, so that shouldn't be a surprise, but this guy was so stiff. Stiff. I don't know if a prescription could cure that. I don't know if some tequila would cure that. But he was just way too stiff. Even Harry is just not stiff like that. Harry's passion in his speech is just so authentic. It's difficult to get an actor to pull that off. Well, let me say this. They should have found an actor. Is that shady? They should have found an actor instead of this guy. Whatever he was doing, selling cars or insurance, or maybe he worked at IBM. He ought to go back to doing that, because acting does not seem to be his strong suit. And then as for the Duchess of Sussex, given what was available to her to play this role, I don't know that these things were, it's kind of like, yeah, I'm not pleased. Okay, I'm not pleased. I think that she did okay. I don't think it was awful. I don't think either one of them were awful. But you guys are the main characters. And I just don't think that there was much justice. I think that when they needed to be rom-com, that is romantic comedy, they didn't do that very well. They didn't seem to have it just wasn't it. And I won't blame them because it's a Lifetime movie. Maybe there's just no it to have. And then the Queen. The Queen. Now, this gigantic pensioner that they found at the local supermarket and told her, you know what, we recognize you. We know you were in some type of theater. Can you make this Lifetime movie? Yeah, that person, she was just huge. That was distracting. And then to try to put her in something that looks like a Chanel suit, as stiff as that fabric was on that very boxy body of hers, that was just distracting. And when she walked into that room, I was just like, you know, do I hear window panes rattling? I mean, she was just cha-boom, cha-boom, cha-boom. You know, it was just like this big thud every step she took. And so, yeah, that was that was a bit distracting. I mean, this was like linebacker Lizzie. She looked like she played on the New England Patriots before she got this Lifetime gig. And I'm not saying that Queen Elizabeth is the daintiest thing you'll ever find in your life. Not at all. I mean, something about Lizzie's eyebrows are offensive to me. She's always had those bushy eyebrows. That's offensive. But this Lizzie, she looked like she just escaped from a women's prison. I mean, instead of finding the Queen or someone to play the Queen, they went and found Matron Mama Morton. I mean, easily she could have played Matron Mama Morton in Chicago. I wonder if she's done that in the past. Ladies and gentlemen, Matron Mama Morton. Other than that, I would say the movie did a fair job of explaining certain things. Again, if you are very familiar with the Sussexes or the royal family or any of these topics, then it was kind of like, you know, you just nod your head, amen, yeah, I'm glad they brought that up. You know, you're almost relieved that certain things were mentioned because this is a chance for certain people who are interested in the Sussexes or are sympathetic with their leaving their positions as senior royals and moving to America. If you're familiar with that and you want to have more knowledge about it, then yes, this movie is very helpful for you. But it's just, for me, so distracting to see the Queen looking like she could, you know, bench press a Fiat. When it looks like the Queen could change a flat tire by literally lifting up the back of the Range Rover, then that's distracting. So, but if that's how you like your sovereigns, then more power to you. But anyway, that's it. I mean, that's my assessment of the movie. I would say if you're super curious about it, watch it. If you've seen all the other movies, watch it. If you like your Queen to look like she can go toe-to-toe with Mike Tyson, watch it. That's it for now. Please like, subscribe, share, donate, etc. If you would like to make a donation and you don't know how, to help support this channel, you can go to the comments section where you can find links to the Patreon, the PayPal, and the Cash App. Thanks for watching Royal Sussex.